I wanna be Batman, cause everybody really ain't shit to me.
This is mjawwarrior Reviews, and I'm bringing you guys the long-awaited Watchmen Director's Cut review. Now, let me first say, in the movies, when I first saw this movie, I thought it was pretty cool. I thought it was good. I thought it represented the novel really good. I thought it, stick to it like, most movies don't, but this one was totally faithful to the novel. Really great. When I saw this, it just blew the atmosphere up. It was amazing. It was awesome. Now, when you first see it in the theaters, you know you're there for like 3 hours. I mean, well, 2.5 hours, was it? You know you're there for like 2 and, 3/4 of an hour there. But when you watch this one, the director's cut, even with the added 24 minutes into the actual film of the director's cut, you don't even notice that it's 3 hours. It's just you sit there and you're watching it, and all those added minutes into it, it's awesome. It just goes so smoothly. You're so into it. All the new scenes are good. Great. Now, in this, you know how they usually delete scenes from a movie? Well, it's not actual separated scenes that, just blend in and then they don't connect. In this, the director just added the extra 2 minutes or extra 2 seconds, 12 seconds into the scenes that he cut just to make the time limit into the movies. But now that it's finally on DVD, he has all the time in the world to put it on a DVD. I made a list of certain things that I thought were added because it's been so long since the theater version and I see this one. Some things that I've noticed. Yeah, I wrote them down. The symbol explanation of Dr. Manhattan, when he has the symbol on his head. I don't remember him ever explaining why he picked that symbol for his head, but he explained it in here, and I thought that was pretty cool. Also, when Eddie Blake is in Vietnam, when he's coming there, remember in the movie theaters it only showed him with the flamethrower, and he's just like, flamethrowing all the Viet Cong on the battlefield. This time it actually shows him on a helicopter shooting at all the, Viet Cong in the grass. That was awesome. Another part. Oh, Eddie talks a lot more in this. He has a lot more explanations, especially when he talks to, what was it, Dr. No, not Dr. Ozymandias? Ozzy? I'm going to call him Ozzy because I like that name better. Ozzy, when he talks to him, there's a lot more explanation during the meeting of the Watchmen, I thought, at least. It's been a long time. What else was there? Laurie's flashbacks of the comedian. Now, remember when she had her first flashback of the comedian in the first one? When she's on Mars with Dr. Manhattan? Well, that was the only time we saw the flashback, if I remember correctly. This time, she does 2 flashbacks, and it actually connects to the feeling of her having an emotional connection to Eddie Blake. That I thought was pretty cool. I think they added that. I'm pretty sure they did, because in the first one, I only remember her flashbacking once. What else did I write down here? Oh, Ozzy's assassination. There was a lot more gore in it this time. Like 300 kind of gore. It was pretty crazy. I don't remember the lady's like fingers blowing off during that. That was pretty crazy. I don't remember that time. But there's a lot more shit going on in here. Hollis Mason's death. They did a pretty cool death scene with him. It was almost as cool as the comedians. Well, not cool, but it was almost as fighting as comedians. He fought back, and they had like the flashbacks of his rivals of back in the day. I don't remember that, but this time I saw it, and I was like, that looks pretty new. That looks pretty cool. What else did I put down here? When Rorschach is in Eddie's house, after Eddie Blake gets killed, he's in there, and the 2 cops, they hear the noise of him being in there, and he beats up one cop, and then the other cop starts shooting at him at the window, and he just stands there and looks at him, and then jumps. The guy was like 2 feet away from him shooting at him, and he missed? I don't remember that scene, because if I did, I think I would have said something about that to somebody, because I don't remember that scene at all. What else did I write down here? Okay, in the special edition, in this, they have the special features at the back, and they explain a certain couple of things. I only wrote down a couple of things. Rorschach's masks, how they made that. They also talked about how they have the little small lights on Dr. Manhattan to make the graphics. They talked about how the ship was made. They talked about all the small details that are actually in the movie. Like they made their own little world. That's how they basically explained how they made everything. Now, I thought they could have put a lot more into this, but since they're coming out with the deluxe edition of this in December, which I wasn't going to wait for to watch the movie again, you know, but I wasn't going to wait to get that because it's going to have the Black Freda in it, and I'm just going to buy that movie separately. I don't need to buy the deluxe edition. What else did I think was pretty cool in that? Everything was just really good. I have another comment that I have to make about this. Even though as much as I loved The Dark Knight and Joker's performance, I think Rorschach's performance was pretty damn as almost equal or even better than Joker's. Now, don't lynch me up about this. I'm just saying. I thought his performance stole the whole movie. The way he talked, the whole persona he had, stole the movie. Really stole the movie. What else did he do? Just his performance was really great. I thought it was almost or better than Heath Ledger's performance in The Joker. He should at least... did he get a nomination for anything? I don't think he made a nomination for that, but I think he should be on the level as that, and I think he's way overlooked by a lot of people. I don't know. I loved all the characters. Even Ozzy. I liked his character too, you know? Even though the ending was, you know, pretty crazy, but he had a reason behind his madness, but, you know, the ends kind of justified the means, but what are you going to do? Absolutely great movie. Great movie. I'm not sure how it's going to be if you're not a fan to watch this movie, because I was a fan after I read the graphic novel and I saw it and I liked it, but if you're not a fan of the graphic novel or you haven't read the graphic novel, I don't know how much of a difference it's going to make for you. Watching the director's cut or buying the director's cut. So I can't really say. Well, it's a good movie either way. But if you're not a fan of it, I can't say you have to absolutely get it. If you want to watch a movie that's good, well, even though it's 3 hours, anyone who's a fan, pick this up. It's awesome. Way better than the theater one. You're gonna have a different outlook, even though you saw the, 2.5 hour movie. You're not going to notice it's 3 hours when you're watching this. You're going to see all the little pieces that were added to it, and you're going to love it. I had to write it down because I couldn't remember all the pieces that I saw. I had to rewind it on my DVD thing and just pick out the scenes that I thought were new. Because I know there's got to be at least 50 different things that he added in there with 2 seconds, 12, whatever. But definitely must get for people who are a fan of Watchmen and want to watch it again. I absolutely love it. It's on my top shelf next to Batman movies. But yeah, great movie. Great movie. I absolutely loved it. All the characters were great. Everything was just awesome. Really good. So with that was Watchmen, the Director's Cut review by me, yours truly, mjaw. So with all that, I'm going to catch you guys later. Stay tuned to other reviews.